You know, my dad was like a different story, but I feel like if my dad wasn't how he was, like I wouldn't be who I am, you know? And even too, like, I hadn't talked to him since I would talk to him kind of on and off when I was younger. But then the last time was when I was 18. And then I remember when the time I had out, it felt like just a time of like getting everything off my chest. And I was like, I think I'll call him because I don't talk to him at all. I was like, maybe I'll call him. So then I called him, and his mom picked up, and he's like, he lives at his mom's house still, and he's been in prison a lot. The last time he was like 50, I think he's like 53 now, and I kind of just wanted to tell him, like, the first thing I said, I was like, hey, I just want you to know, like, I don't hate you. Like, I don't have any hard, heavy feelings towards you. I was like, this has obviously like been a heavy thing on me in my life. I was like, but I really feel like I need to be the man to like do this, you know, and just be at ease. And I kind of remember after that, and he might even see this, but I remember him kind of saying like, hey, like take your time, however you want to do this and talk and stuff. And I think for me, like that was it, you know, like there's just not really anything else there for me. But I think I just wanted to like get that off my chest, because my whole life I was like searching for like who taught me how to be a man. And I even remember on the phone asking him, you know, I was like, who taught you how to be a man? And he was just kind of like, I mean, his dad was not the best, and then his dad's dad wasn't the best. So, you know, it's kind of like domestication growing up for him, right? But it led to me, and my thing is just like, I just don't want to hold like a grudge towards somebody or feel like I really like hate somebody. And I went years trying to figure that out, like, you know, dang, like this guy's got his dad, and like he gets that advice, and like he's got that support, and it's different, you know, like you have your mom, but like having your dad, I feel like it's a different thing. So getting that off my chest, it just felt great, you know what I mean? And like I said, I was trying to figure out like who taught me how to be a man, and then I kind of realized like I did. Cause like my uncle, I noticed with him, he passed away as well, but I noticed with him, like there was like trying to like be something to everybody, but it was honestly like a insecurity, I think. And then I felt like with my grandfather and my grandmother would kind of grab the horns a little more. But I consider my grandfather more of like the father figure in my life. But I think me just learning the lessons, you know what I mean? From like Matt Chambers at the gym, and like, you know, just traveling the indies. And I don't think I ever told you this, but like when I joined my wrestling school in Atlanta at 18, it was in the back of a strip club. Like it
wasn't Magic City, was it?
Nah, it wasn't. It was Club Wax. So very like bad area, but just like putting myself in those situations of like, yeah, there's a bunch of dudes out front and they have guns, you know, but I'm gonna walk past them to get to this wrestling school because I have this dream, and like go to the gym every day and like just put it on my back. And even when the hernia thing happened, I was like, well, I mean, you knew where you were before, you know, you've seen the top of the mountain, and you've, you know, kind of in a way fell. And now it's like, it's up to you, man. Like it's up to you to work out every day. It's up to you to put in the work. And I remember one day, during that time I was out, I would like write all my workouts on a piece of paper in the garage, and I would tape them to the wall, flip it over, write on the back, have like my back day, leg day, chest day, like all these workouts. And then one day I walked in there and I was kind of down, and then I just looked at the paper and I took them all down, and it was like over 70 workouts. And I was like, bro, give yourself some credit, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I think where I finally land with all that, and I kind of said it, is just like, I just feel like I taught myself how to be a man. You know what I mean?
I love that.
That's
dude.
amazing. That's amazing.
You're a great example of accountability, dude, and self accountability, and also like it sounds like even at your to me young age, you've developed this understanding of like silver lining in the struggles of life, and the things that you learn from not having dad around, and things that you learn from the injury. And as Kanye said, to quote him again, everything I'm not made me everything I am.
Yeah.
You know, and you did these things to make yourself proud and to drive your own life, not to make somebody else proud. So I mean, you're fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Agree. It's super noble, bro. It's the maturity is admirable. It also sounds like you, and I really admire this. It sounds like you are going to be the one to kind of break that generational chain of the lack of what it means to be a man and fatherhood and what that responsibility entails, which is super admirable. Because at some point in your lineage, a chain's got to be broken.
Yeah.
You know?
And I remember seeing like, because my grandfather has always put like the whole family on his back. And like he worked and like he'd bring the check home to my grandmother and be like, do whatever you want. But he works and like he's even retired now and he still shows up to the same job. He gets up at 4 a.m., does the same thing.
Damn.
But that same work ethic is in my mom. Like I saw my mom struggle with me and my sister like so much, you know, and my dad would send like $9, $18 in child support just to be like a slap in the face, you know, but my mom made it work. And like, I'd say with my mom, she's more like, she wants to keep you boxed in and safe and don't take the risk. Like I even remember I got the opportunity to go to Mexico and wrestle. And that was like, you know, being somebody that's an independent wrestler, if you wrestle in Mexico, that makes you an international wrestler now. And I was like, I gotta go. My mom's like, the cartel's there and all this stuff and putting this all in my head. And what if you can't get back? And I was like, Mom, I gotta go. And like, she started seeing how I was and like, she knew I had a good head on my shoulders, but like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
And I knew it's like being a mom, like protects you, doesn't want you to jump off the ledge, but it's like, fuck, how do I know if I can fly?
I'm a peacock, Mom. You gotta let me fly. You gotta let me fly.
Let me fly, baby. Hey there, Impulsive viewer. If you like that clip, check out another one just somewhere around this video screen.